What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the show, Southpaw's Tales from the Barstool. I am your host and founder of Southpaw, JD Tierney. This is my hot and beautiful wife to my right here. Say hello, hot and beautiful wife.
Y'all there? Oh, hello. Hi, by the way. There is so much to talk about tonight. So I'm going to give you like a brief synopsis of our week.
A
Okay?
Greek synopsis?
Brief synopsis of our week. 1, I got a cracked tooth that got abscessed. I wound up in the ER. 2, our youngest son learned how to swim. 3, my girlfriend at work turned a beach ball into a fanny pack for me, and I love it like life. What else did I miss?
I sprained my ankle.
JD sprained his ankle.
The same day that you were in the ER with your abscess. So
Yes.
that was, and we had the yard sale going on. That was wonderful.
1, turn me up. I can't hear me at all whatsoever.
I can hear you just fine.
I can't hear me. Turn up my there. Thank you. Much better. Dang, I couldn't hear crap. What else? What else did we miss?
Well, today would have been my dad's 71st birthday.
That's true.
He passed away in 2014. That's why you'll see this Bud Light here. Normally, you'll never see me within arm's reach of Bud Light.
Yes.
But this particular bottle right here was bought the day that he passed away, and
We've kept it.
it was actually bought at a bar that he and I used to go to. It was a biker bar. We'd show up there and ride our motorcycles and drink beer, go back home. And after he passed away, I would go and anytime I wanted to have a beer with my dad, they would pull this particular bottle off the shelf, set it down on the table, and I'd be able to drink with him. I have one for my brother who passed away and my uncle as well. That way, if I want to have a beer with the guys, I can have a beer anytime I want.
I loved his dad. My first motorcycle ride was with his dad, and he turns around and goes, "Does it feel like 100 miles an hour, does it?" Oh, shit. Yeah, he was going 110 on my first motorcycle ride ever. The guy's fucking crazy, but I loved him, and I miss him.
If you're going to go all the way. So tonight
He
we
started
got
calling me airbags after that because I was like, and I squished up against his back, and he started calling me airbags. That's not funny. Yeah, to the day he died, he called me airbags.
So moving on.
Rude.
Oh, I'm not rude. You're just talking about my boobs or your boobs and my dad.
Your boobs?
Well, they're my boobs.
Your
You
boobs.
signed them away.
Your
But so tonight our drink is a little bit different because it is suggested by our host, and not only is it just a suggestion, but it's actually something that deals directly with the project that he's working with. Tonight we have Mark Bovee, who is Army veteran, does fucking everything in Hollywood in one way or another. He's got his hands all over the place.
We're gonna do the drink with him, so we'll do that after the sponsors.
But
Don't you think?
I'm gonna make the drink. That way we can drink it with him at the same time.
Yes, but aren't we gonna do sponsors and the drink and then
No,
drink it with him?
no, he's already drinking. You saw it in the pre-show.
No, we're going to get on the air and drink our drinks at the same time. We
Yes, but
discussed
I gotta
this
make
pre-show.
them.
Yes, but don't you want to do
Okay.
the sponsors first?
No, I want to make this, and then we'll do the sponsors, and then we'll move ahead. So, back on track.
Complicated.
Yeah. Back on track. If I can hold on, let me get my fucking brain back where it's supposed to be.
We're gonna
okay,
start.
so we're gonna go. Okay, I guess we're doing sponsors. So do the sponsors. Let's go.
No,
we got to keep moving. You already clicked on
I
it.
clicked on the wrong one. Shut up.
Okay,
You're such a drama mama. We're gonna start with a drink.
this is
the
the most
Narco Sub.
unprofessional show ever.
Yeah, because you're being a drama mama on air and everything.
Well, you're just complicating things.
I was asking a question. I wasn't complicating it.
Okay, so it's called the Narco Sub after the movie that he's putting out, that he's helping promote. He's got his hands in multiple facets of this movie. It's not just a bullshit indie film that your buddy made. It's we're talking millions of dollar budget, national theatrical release. It's going to be released. I'll let him talk about that. But it's called the Narco Sub after the name of the movie, and it's going to cause marital problems because it has alcohols in it that Kat and I don't generally drink for specific reasons.
This is us getting sassy before we drink tequila.
So we're gonna start off. It starts with
This is gonna be real bad, y'all.
I'm gonna be
We're
making both
get
our drinks
so-
at the same time.
The sass is real. And by the way, I have an abscess, so I'm on multiple medications. So I'm gonna have one, maybe two. Any more than that, I'm gonna get like redneck wedding wasted, and no one wants to see Kat redneck wedding wasted. Okay,
I kind of do.
I want to keep my shirt on, literally.
Okay, so it's got starts off with 1 ounce of tequila. We're using Hornitos because it's the one brand that we could agree on that's not complete trash tequila. So And like I said, I'm making both of our drinks in one mixing glass right now just to make it nice and simple. The next one is instead of triple sec like you'd use in most margaritas, you're using mezcal. So it's got 2.
Worm-free mezcal, by the way. I did not know until I was a grown-ass person that the worm is actually the bottom of mezcal, not tequila. As a kid, I always saw it in movies in the bottom of tequila bottles. So
then 1 ounce of simple syrup. If you don't want to buy simple syrup, you can just make it. And all it is equal parts sugar and water. You boil it and stir the sugar in until it completely dissolves. Then your sweet and sour, your lemon lime. I already did.
Oh, okay.
And then we're using just the regular, just margarita mix. It's
that
nice
was not 8 ounces. Was it
supposed, not supposed to be 8 ounces?
How much is it supposed
An
to
ounce.
be? Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
Here. Make it a little happier. So just like any good margarita, which this isn't a margarita, this is a Narco Sub, but we're gonna mix. And to save some time, I'd already dressed the glasses with the.
So the only Topo Chico I had was I'm sorry. I'm trying. Go ahead.
So,
you're being a drama mama.
No, I'm trying to get to the goddamn sponsors. So I mixed margarita salt and the Tangerine stuff you can see right here. You can get it at Walmart, whatever your local grocer is. But I already put it on the rims of our glasses. And we're pouring. You want to save a little bit of room at the top because you're going to top it with Topo Chico, which is a Mexican mineral water. And now you can talk about the Topo Chico.
The only Topo Chico I'd had was it had alcohol in it. So it was like hard water, hard seltzer, something like that. And so when he said, well, I got the Topo Chico, I'm like, did you get the flavored one? He goes, no. And I'm like, boo on you, man. Like I didn't realize that there was mineral water that they made. So I was like, oh, never mind. Whoops.
And then make it look pretty with a lime wedge.
Because I was sitting there thinking tequila, mezcal, Topo Chico, like 3 different alcohols in here. And you expect me not to get white girl wasted. Okay, cool.
Normally right now we would be taste testing this drink to see what it's like, but we're going to wait until we're on the air with Mark here in just a moment. But let's do the sponsors real quick so we can get to them. Before I say the sponsors, if you're watching for the first time, second time, or 20th time, please go to StreamYard.com/Facebook and give them permission to see your name. That way, if you're making comments, we know who's commenting, because if you didn't and it says Facebook user, you can go fuck yourself. Moving
Not really,
forward.
we love you. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, we appreciate your support. We really do.
Rude.
Our first sponsor is Southpaw Laser Concept, owned by yours truly. We specialize in custom, bulk, and wholesale laser engraved products for you, your business, or event. From custom leather patched beanies and hats to plaques and office signage, Southpaw's attention to detail and customer service are second to none. Our minimum order is 1. We don't let anybody order less than 1 of anything. You can find us at getsouthpaw.com. Facebook.com/Southpaw Laser Concepts, Instagram at Southpaw_laser_concepts, or you can give us a call at 361-944-4243. The next people that have sponsored us is the Legion of Loan Officers. They've been around since the beginning for us, professionally and even before the podcast. But it was founded by Air Force Security Forces veteran Nick Carpenter. The Legion of Loan Officers is America's mastermind for smart mortgage professionals, where you can learn to attract 10 realtors you loved working with. Not only are you going to get leads, but you're going to get leads that pay. You can get a free copy of Nick's book, The Loan Officer Strategy Guide, at loanofficerstrategyguide.com. You'll just pay a small shipping and handling fee to his wife, so she can box it up and get it to you. You can find him at facebook.com/Legion of Loan Officers. One of our newest sponsors is Omog Construction, which was founded by Marine vet Seth Knox and Matt Anders. They're general contractors servicing the greater Houston, Texas area with a focus on concrete. No job too big or small, from residential to commercial and industrial foundations and pads. Omog Construction has you covered. You can find them at omogco.com. That's Amogo. Amogo. You can go to Omogco. Facebook.com/OMOGCO or Instagram OMOGCO. Amog. But trivia for them: OMOG stands for One Mexican, One Wedo, Wedo is Mexican slang for white boy.
Got it. Next.
The next one is, this is kind of crazy, but we are sponsored by another podcast.
Go figure.
But I love these guys. I listen to them. They're fucking hilarious. It's the Veteran Talk Show ran by Ryan Smeltz. Yeah. Basically, a soldier, an airman, and a Marine walk into a room. Veteran Talk Show is the punchline. Veteran Talk Show is more about the veterans on the show than the ones who watch it. It's an unorthodox version of therapy where they talk about things with each other they've never told anybody before until now. They work with support sexual harassment victims, assault prevention, and stopping veteran suicide. They maintain a resource page on their website, which includes Richard Coughlin's book, A Hero's Journey. Go watch the organized chaos at veterantalkshow.com. There's no "the" on that, just veterantalkshow.com. And finally, we have Pirates Coast Realty Group with Wendy Johnson. If you're buying, selling, or leasing in the Texas Coastal Bend, give Wendy, the Pirate Girl, a call, and she will find your treasure. Whether you're looking for your dream home on the beach or Buccaneer to buy your empty crow's nest, Pirates Coast Realty gets you the gold. Facebook.com/thatpirategirl. You can email her directly at thatpirategirl247, that's 24/7, at gmail.com, or 361-205-2048 is where you can call directly. And that is it for the sponsors. Let's go ahead and bring Mr. Mark Bovee on board.
I'm fine. I'm a professional. I'm trying to get this in. Here we go.
5, 4, 3. Hey!
And you're on.
Woo!
We made it.
Awesome. Welcome.
So
thank you.
So
Nice
do you go by Marcus, Bovee? What do you like to be called?
So long story about the Marcus thing, if I can just real quick. So when you're a 7-year-old ginger kid in rural New York State, and the teacher says Marcus Bovee, and everybody chuckles, you realize very quickly that that kid named Mark doesn't get the Snickers. So you take the U.S. out and you become Mark with a C. And 8 years ago, I put the U.S. back in because my dad and we had been estranged, and he was Marcus Trevor Bovee Sr. So I decided, since I met my dad and he was a really cool guy, I would put the U.S. back in, and all my credit cards, my ID, everything says Marcus. But most people know me as Mark. Long answer to a short question, but Mark, Marcus, Bovee, hey Red, hey you, that kind of stuff. It always works for me.
Question.
Yes, ma'am.
You do realize that you're in the film industry and your name is Marcus Bovee, which sounds like Marcus Brody from Indiana Jones.
Oh, yeah, Indiana Jones.
I'm just saying, that's pretty awesome.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much.
It's Marcus Brody on there, but hey, it's close enough, and I'll take it.
That's in my top 3 movies.
All right, are we ready to try?
Yeah, let's try this drink that you suggested for us. Let's see what it tastes like.
Yeah, what do you think? I don't have a fancy glass because
That's actually not nearly as bad as I was expecting. It's got a smoky flavor to it.
Yes.
Why does it taste smoky? What is that from?
Because of the mezcal.
The mezcal, yeah,
Oh,
it added that smoky flavor. That is much better than wow. And I'm really honest about drinks on this show. Like I said, that one tasted like you cut a dreadlock off of a bum's head, put it in your taint, and then drank it.
It tastes like I'm drinking jerky.
Oh yeah, a little bit. No, so
what are y'all drinking out there? Let us know. Woo.
So the part of the genesis of the Narco Sub cocktail is so there's a hotel when everybody goes to Houston to either be a part of the production or the post-production or the distribution of Narco Sub. We all stay at this hotel called the Cambria, and they have a bar called the Rig. And one night, probably after having copious amounts of tequila, I said to the hotel manager, I said, look, we want to come up with a signature cocktail for the movie. And probably 14 drinks in, this was the one that I was like, oh my God, that's it. And it is smoky. It is sweet. It has got a little bit of a tart kick to it. And fortunately, Topo Chico is part of the Coca-Cola brand, so it helps us with our theatrical footprint in movie theaters.
Hey, that's a good
Yeah.
idea.
It's all about how
It's
it
all
comes
promos,
together.
babe. It's
Yeah.
promos. Got it.
Right. You got to think. You have to really think about all the angles at which you can promote something. So it was fun. It was light. I didn't have any kidneys extracted. I've not had somebody call and say, "Oh my
Yet.
God, you're my baby's father."
Yes.
Woo! Yeah. So I not yet. Yeah. You know, at 58, I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen. But I leave the door open.
So you and I and Kat have been talking about Narco Sub. We really haven't brought up what it is too much. I talked about it on the last show when we showed the trailer the first time around.
Yeah, what it is.
So tell us about you.
Yes.
Tell us about Narco Sub. Give us like a 3-minute spiel of all the good.
Okay. Do you have a countdown clock, or should I just try and keep it?
Just go for it.
3, 2, 1, go.
I'll do my best. Okay. So I come from a distribution and sales background. I was at the at Universal Pictures for 20 years and studio operations at 20th Century Fox for 3. Kind of bookended the Fox thing with the Universal. I love going to the movies. I love having that experience where the lights come down, the curtains open, or whatever that relationship looks like as for the mechanics. And after leaving Universal in 2013, I've released 12 films. This will be my 13th. It's a kind of an important number for me because this is where it all becomes really good. And so part of the excitement in this is for me is because as a veteran, the story has a veteran component. This is Commander Bruce Stryker, who is a former Navy SEAL who his family has been abducted by the cartel in Medellin. The goal is very simple. The cartel says, "Hey, you get our submarine full of narcotics to the Keys, and you'll get your family back." And it's a powerful film. It has a great ending. The cast is great. You got Tom Sizemore. You've got Robert Lasordo, who's a Navy vet. You've got Lee Majors, who is TV's $6 Million Man. You've got this amazing new actor, Tom Vera, who is as easy on the eyes as he is on the ears. That's right. And he's got a face for radio, but he's also got a body for other things. And Tom and Jen, sorry, I'm getting judged from the peanut gallery by the microwave. I'm sorry.
Because you talked about his body for 5 minutes.
Oh man, I could go on all day. But Tom is we've had many conversations about his career as an actor and where he wants to go. Tom and his wife are about to become parents for the first time in the next couple of weeks with a beautiful baby girl who's on her way. And just to see this young couple who is so excited about being parents really kind of touches my heart because they're in the right place. And Tom's got other movies that he's working on now. He is a professional geologist and works in petroleum and the gas and all that in Houston. And to see him being so out there, just getting out there and do what he wants to do and having a full-time job and having a family and having an acting career, it touches me because he's such a Renaissance man. So Tom is really cool. Jen Barbado, we did 5 cities in Texas 2 weeks ago. We're calling them military appreciation watch parties because as a veteran myself, I want to do something for our family to kind of have a night where they just go to the movies and they don't have to think about much and just kind of have a nice night together. And some of the feedback we've gotten from the people who come say, "Oh my God, it was fun to be with the veteran family again." And I think that sometimes we forget about, especially post-pandemic, mid-pandemic, Zulu. I got no idea. I don't know where we are in any of that. But I do know that anything that where's
God, I hope not.
It's just the tip of the iceberg.
Or the tip of something. I just wanted to be over. Sorry.
What did I tell you before the show started? You keep going back until you throw up.
Right. Oh yeah.
It's never just
With
It's
that
never
white,
just the tip.
with the white frothy thing. Yeah. Okay. Oh my God. I'm getting so. If you could have the camera on the other side of the house right now,
Who is
Eric
it?
is rolling. It's my partner who is standing there in the kitchen going.
Did he
probably-
not know what you signed up
No,
for?
he's probably like, you need to hang out with Cat more because you're gonna give a lot more mouth hugs.
Mouth hugs. Mouth hugs.
Has he had a long
So-
day?
Eric and I have been together for 19 years
Oh,
this September. December,
wow.
rather. Right?
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you. We came together. We actually had met a few months before at a birthday party, and we both remember the introduction slightly differently. He says that your
please tell.
version is
Please. Oh, he might have to come on and do his version too.
Oh yeah. This is
Tell
going to go
us
a little
your-
deeper than I
Tell us
expected.
your version first.
So my version of the story was a friend of mine who said, "Hey, I want you to come to our friend's birthday party," and so we went, and Eric was there, and I was like, "Oh my God, I know this guy from somewhere. I couldn't quite figure out from where." And so my friend Steven said, "Yeah, so Eric will bring birthday cakes for some of our meetings." Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Because woo, I stopped. Whatever. And
Oh man, I wish the people that are listening to this could have.
Jenny stopped a long time ago.
Yeah.
I was doing my
Quit
best.
snorting
to kind
coke off of
pantomime.
strippers' asses.
Oh, or the toilet seat in a sex club. I mean,
Oh my God, not a toilet seat. Not the toilet
No,
seat.
if you're gonna be in the bathroom, it's
God.
off of keys.
You may as well have sex in a hospital. Yuck.
Ugh.
Ugh.
ooh. Well, I had this hernia thing. I got to get fixed. So we met. So we met at this party, and I was like, "Oh my God!" But I realized when he said this silver cake case, I'm like, "Oh my God, I remember you from the subway." So I would see him sometimes on the subway, going from Hollywood and Highland to Universal City, where that 6 minutes underground kind of became an overture to the future. So we're at this party. It's like April 2002, and we meet, and the whole phone number thing. It was 2002. We didn't have all the technology we have today, and
Don't text me
December-
until after 9.
So sliding into your DMs meant something else back then.
Yeah.
Were y'all,
We didn't-
did
we
y'all
didn't even
talk in
have any of that
AOL
yet.
chat rooms?
Ooh, dial-up.
No. Well, yeah. So I was a Mac user, so we had something called eWorld, which was kind of like AOL or CompuServe, but we hadn't gotten that far yet. So Eric and I finally had our first date on December 21st, 2002. We have kind of been together ever since. And when GE bought Universal, there was another open enrollment for us to kind of figure out what we wanted to do together. So I said, look, let's go. Let's become as official as we can, because back in those days, we didn't have the ability to call it marriage. We didn't have the ability to share our joy with our friends and family because it was still kind of icky. Or as Charles Nelson Ronnie would say, icky.
Oh my God. Oh, I get to use this. I get to use this.
No. Aw. You started it.
Yes.
Damn it.
I love the match
Just
game.
Fucking
Oh my
buttons.
God, the match game.
Oh, God.
Me and two of my old military roommates. Actually, they had the apartment. I just crashed on their couch all the time.
You were bummed.
Eric and Bobby.
You were bummed.
We watched the match game on the Game Show Network at like 3:00 in the morning, just completely drunk out of our minds daily. Like that was our gig.
So it was Fanny Flagg. It was Gene Rayburn. Occasionally, Gary, what was his name from MASH, was there.
No, you had you had the guy that ended up being
Oh my God, so close.
He played
Family
Radar
Feud host for a
O'Reilly.
while. God dang it, what was his name?
Richard.
Yeah, Richard Dawson.
There you go.
Richard Dawson. Yeah. It was a great show. Brett Summers, who was married to
Betty White did like a
Betty
series
White
of
did,
episodes, but
uh-huh.
she did not have the personality at that time for that particular show. I don't think she was quick enough.
No, she was.
for that,
I don't know why she.
No, she didn't. She didn't have the oomph that the other main people that were on the panel always had.
She now does. She's got more personality than me.
Oh, yeah.
And-
Now she's got fucking 400 years of practice.
she's lived longer than everybody else on the show. So go figure that.
She chiseled jokes onto a stone. That's not a metaphor, people. That's not a metaphor.
It's an actual thing. Yeah, there's probably some stones at the Smithsonian.
Yeah, her and Richard, what's his face from the Stones, were at the Last Supper.
So, how does Eric explain y'all's meeting?
Eric.
Yeah, he's more than
yes, please.
welcome on the show if he wants to sit there next to you on
I
the
think
couch.
your dog's gonna make an appearance too. I saw it kind of hopping on the couch when you were in the green room.
Oh, yeah,
So I have to admit, I didn't know you were gay until like 27 minutes ago, and honestly, I don't give a shit because you're you and whatever. I don't care.
We're socially moderate. We don't care.
Yeah.
And that's and isn't it? He's gonna hop in right now. He's gonna sit right here.
Hey,
Yeah, you don't have to hop in, but get in here.
you don't. You can prance in there.
Yeah.
There we go.
Hi, Eric.
Hi, Eric.
Hey, y'all. What up?
I'm JD. This is Kat. Welcome to our shit show.
Hey, JD. Hey, Kat.
Hello. So how?
I've been digging on your shit show. Sorry. This
Awesome. Good. So we don't have to introduce ourselves. You already know how crazy we are, right?
Yeah, you know it's all fucked.
Awesome.
Dude, I was there when you and Jax were doing your thing.
On our driveway the other couple of months ago.
Oh yeah. My mom wants to bang Jax, by the way. She's probably watching. She's gonna be like, "Stop talking about me wanting to bang him."
So
you want some of this?
Yeah, I'll have some of that.
Oh,
so Eric, after you take your drink,
Yes.
we want to hear your side of the story about the meeting.
Yes, tell us about
How
the
did y'all
meeting.
meet December 21st, 2002?
All right. So,
you one moment, please. We're just we're setting the stage now.
Well, hey, how about this? I'm gonna play.
How about a Narco Sub trailer?
Yeah, I'm gonna play the Narco Sub trailer
great
for the movie.
idea.
That'll give him a
Great
chance
idea.
to blah blah blah. Eric.
The cartel employs what I'm calling now an active evil, which is the worst kind of scumbags, worst kind of people. Sexual slavery, torture, rape, enforced prostitution. You get the picture, right?
An exemplary man. A one-of-a-kind soldier. A faithful husband and caring father. Is that enough to keep him from helping a deadly Colombian drug cartel?
What's wrong? Allison, down! Rebecca.
If you want to see him alive again, there's a van. Get in it.
Your husband.
Take me to my family.
Is he a smart man?
I don't expect you to make this delivery.
And if I don't?
Your wife, your kid, you will watch them die.
Starring Tom Sizemore.
Bruce Stryker is an artist, and blood is his paint, and the cartel is his canvas.
Robert Lasardo.
Let's see if I can adjust your perception in terms of who I really am.
And introducing Tom Vera.
But let me get one thing straight. I will do anything for my family. And if you get in my way, I will kill you.
Daddy can save us. We'll father's the bravest man I know. And he'll do whatever it takes to come get us. And do you know why? Because we're family.
Will a man become a criminal to save his family? Narco Sub, rated R.
All right, so that was the trailer for Narco Sub, the movie, which you're working on, and
version one. Version 2 is supposed to be on Apple trailers later this week. That shows our new release date of the 10th of September. Because part of the joy and the anxiety of distributing content or distributing films is you have to be mindful of these things called studios that have billions of dollars that will do everything they can to say, oh yeah, we're gonna give you Cruella, but we're gonna send it to Disney Plus, or we're gonna do Jungle Cruise and Disney Plus.
Yeah.
And we have constantly had to adjust our release schedule to kind of fit where we could enter. So right now, September 10th, which is the eve of Patriot Day, which is the September 11th holiday, it's the 20th anniversary. We are teed up with a number of theaters across the country. Our military appreciation watch parties are going to continue through August. I know I'm 1 minute and 22 seconds to go, but we just as an independent distributor with a studio background, I know the players and I want to do what I can. And having a cocktail with our movie's name that we got some table tents made up that we can send to the bars. I just want to do everything I can so people have a better understanding of why we raise our right hand to support and defend. And
so I've got a question for you,
Thank you.
It's about the release.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be in limited theaters, and somebody asked me a question and I did not have the answer. How do you go about requesting to have it at your local theater? Somebody asked me and I'm like,
valid.
I told them to go to the website thinking that there would be information there, but no, Narco Sub, the movie, did not have the information of how to properly request it.
So currently it does not. We're working with a new company called Powster. They're based in LA. They do websites for Lionsgate, Universal, Disney, and Paramount in Columbia. And so
they're just mildly impressive. Oh, okay, got it.
They're trying. They're trying to get out of the
box. Oh, bless their heart.
Yeah. They deal with the small people. No, but so we're redoing the website, but Marcus at Deepwater, DEEPWATER -productions, PRODUCTIONS.com. I will be anybody who sends an email, I will spring into action and make sure that we can find the right local. We have access to a number of databases, and we just want to do what we can to create some excitement for an independent film on September 10th, because I don't know if you know, but Paramount, another studio recently moved there. Sorry.
Wait, hold on. Hey, for the guys in post, please edit out the word
Smaremount. Yeah. So,
it rhymes with Schmermount. Yeah.
Yep. So they moved their release date of Clifford the Big Red Dog off of that date, and I'm like, oh my God, this is so cool. But now everyone's like, oh, Delta variant, and I'm like, I'm focused. I'm focused. September 10th is going to be our date. Deepwater is excited about the date. We're on a number of databases on the exhibition side. So if anybody who's watching wants to bring it to the local community, just let me know.
Yeah.
I'm definitely. You want to check this out? I'm just kidding.
Go.
All 5 of y'all, close your eyes.
I will forget because that's what my superpower is, forgetting shit. Go on to the Southpaw Sales from the Barstool page. Put in that contact information for that specific reason. Feel free to do the same thing on my personal page. Anything like that. Anything we can do to help y'all out. We'll make it happen.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate
So enough of the fucking movie. Eric, it's your turn to tell your side of the story.
Tell the story.
All right, hold on.
Hold on.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
December 2002, and I can remember that because
December
that was my
21st,
senior
2002.
year of high school.
I robbed
Oh,
the cradle.
shit. Her senior year of high school. That doesn't hurt at all. Fuck, senior year of high school.
I graduated
I
in
was like
2000.
40.
I graduated in 2002, so yeah, I had just graduated high school. Yeah. Mhm.
Well, that's nice.
Dang, I know.
So your side of the story.
All right, so picture it, Hollywood, 2002. I'm going to culinary school, which hence the pastry thing. But yeah, I see this fool like just lurking the subway,
What?
Yeah,
Lurking?
Well, you'd be hanging there, just
Oh,
I was taking the subway to work, dude.
creeper.
Damn.
Like, why we had but it's cute because he would always end up like following me into the same car. Anyway, yes, up until right. Okay, sorry,
Yeah.
got it all.
Yeah.
Up until the part where he, we're talking. There was an exchange of numbers. No, I never gave him my number. I'll tell you why.
He didn't.
Because just
Told you.
like you said, DMs could have meant Demented Maniac. You didn't know back then. So this man, I gave him my email, which he proceeded to lose.
Hey,
He did
Jimmy,
not. He did not.
Can you do me a favor? Can y'all switch spaces since you're using the
Yeah, we want to hear.
earpods? The microphone is on the other side of your head. We can't hear him.
Here, hey, take that one. Yeah.
So
Is that
Talk
better?
So
around his
we're
face.
Kat and I could hear you somewhat,
All right.
but nobody
All
else
right.
in the audience
Wow,
could hear
nobody
you.
heard me.
Okay,
That
much
was
better.
wasted.
No,
Okay.
no, we could kind of hear you.
All right.
All right.
So
Take two.
I never gave him my phone number because I didn't know what kind of maniac this dude was. So,
I mean, that's
And-
valid.
right?
It's valid. You got to protect yourself.
Would I do it today if I were single? Probably, yeah. Anyway, so
Well, I mean,
Things
as
change,
long as they're not
people
following you on the
It's-
subway, right?
It's a different age. It's a different era.
It's do ask and do tell.
so
Ooh, that's true.
so
Especially
9
in
months-
LA, I bet. Mm-hmm.
oh
It's
yeah.
like in Chickasha, Oklahoma. It's the same thing.
Oh yeah. It's a freak fuck fest there.
Oh yeah.
Not Chickasha, Oklahoma. I mean,
Come on,
LA.
Chickasha, those fucked up.
You don't know.
Chickasha, we love you, but you have one guy who lives there that
With 2 teeth.
is it two?
Maybe he
last
just
time I counted.
maybe they got knocked out because he gave way too many mouth hugs.
Too many mouth hugs.
There's
They
better
just-
guy live with no teeth.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, or it's a meth. Either way.
He doesn't give head. He gives gum.
Ew.
He gives gum.
So, our friend Rob, our friend Carl, he says it's just not a date until he sees the teeth glistening in the glass on the dash. Take it away, honey.
Oh yeah, thanks for that.
Wow.
So yeah, I know, and it's something he makes me so proud,
Yeah.
so proud. And he ended up losing my email. 9 months go down the line, I totally lose touch of him, and then I run into our mutual friend Steven again. I'm just like, dude, okay, fine, I'm a cave. I'll give him my number. He calls me up, and he's just like, yeah, so hey, we've never met, but how about we go to San Diego and do an overnight? And I'm just like, wait, what?
There's a Motel 6 down
Yeah,
there.
Oh,
and
classy.
he wants-
Did you let him supersize on your
Yeah.
first date too?
yeah, right. Yeah, he let me have
pun
two
totally.
too.
No, pun totally intended that
Holy shit.
if he's gonna go, he's gonna go balls deep.
Seriously, right?
Well, at 58, that's about all you got left.
Yeah.
If anyone needs to communicate about your changing bodies at 58,
Mark.
But so I finally, we did finally end up connecting on December 21st, 2002. It was the winter solstice, and I thought, well, this is nice and pagan, and and we've been inseparable since.
Nothing like a ginger to bring out the pagan.
And
in
what
you.
do you do, Eric?
Oh, I'm a chef.
You're a chef? Okay, right on.
I am a chef.
And
you name it. I have what my friends like to call occupational ADD.
Oh, that's my
I'm
husband.
at it. Oh, yes, Paisan. That's I've done
It's
everything
not
from
my
being-
fault that I'm amazing at everything.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Right.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
I should have worn rain boots. It's getting deep in here.
Yeah,
there it goes.
My awesomeness is too big to just focus on one thing. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh well,
So,
that would be unfair to the world. Then you have to share your gifts, plural.
Exactly. Yes. Exactly.
I've been in the same career 15
So is it-
years.
Is it Eric with a C or Eric with a K?
It's Eric with a CH. The H is silent and pretentious.
Wow, good for you.
Silent
That's
and
different.
pretentious. At least you
Oh,
admit
okay.
it.
Yep. I know who I am. So, yeah.
That's why I came home and JD's like, "Hey, are you? Do you need to do something before the show, like your makeup and stuff?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, I'm extra." Like, and like,
right?
Yep, that's happening. I already have makeup on. I'm gonna go redo it. That's happening. Yeah.
I threw a hat on.
Well, I worked a 12-hour shift at the hospital. Like, I'm sure some of it came off. So.
Right. Yeah, I was just like, before you came on, I was just like, dude, change your shirt. Just, you've been in this.
So it's the same shirt that I got when you cut my hair.
But anyway, yeah, that was the other thing I did before I became a chef was
Look at this. Look at it. Ooh,
I was I am a Vidal Sassoon trained hairstylist. So
oh my god.
Man, I look homeless if I take my hat off right now. Like my shit
yeah.
like I'm balding with a Jufro. It's horrible.
Yeah, and then I straighten it. If I straighten it, he looks like Joe Dirt. It's real fun.
It's like
nice.
I call it Dan Aykroyd's hairline because it's starting to go
is
like
not
way
true.
back, like.
I
But
mean,
it's curly.
Dan
So
Aykroyd's hot, right?
yes, he invented the dad bod.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he's hot in that ghost hunting scientific conspiracy theory kind of way.
Totally. Totally.
So have you guys seen the new so I was at an exhibitor website today, and they have there's on YouTube, I guess, some Stay Puft Marshmallow sequence from the upcoming Ghostbusters movie.
Oh, I want to see. I want to see.
I saw the trailer.
I want to see. Yes.
With
I saw
a
the trailers.
tiny Stay Puft, like that big.
So cute.
Yeah. And he pops out of the thing, and then they're they're toasting him on the thing at the Bucky Beaver's place.
Here. You need this one.
No.
All right.
What, are you done?
No, I don't know because I want to make sure they hear you. So.
Can you guys hear me okay?
I can hear you. I'm not sure if audience
I
can.
want your public to hear you.
Okay.
I want your public to hear you.
Oh my god.
I'm going to bow out, y'all.
Eric, you're
It's
just there
nice
for the
to
looks
meet you.
anyways.
Eric with an H.
Eric, CH. Bye-bye.
Eric.
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 Get greased up, and I'll be right there.
Cat, go get greased
know
up.
it.
I will be right there.
No, you won't. I'll finish before you even get there. I finished twice since we started this conversation.
Good for you.
Nice, yeah. With a hot, sexy ginger.
Well,
on
I wore
camera.
the shirt. I'm like, I distract myself with my own boobs in this shirt. I'm like, oh yeah, we have a show.
So when are you
Yes,
coming
sir.
to Corpus and doing all that stuff? Is that going to happen?
Yeah. So hold on. I'm going to scroll. Oh, there's that guy. There's Tom Vera. I'm trying to look. We were looking. I'm trying. So, because of all the studio stuff. Sorry.
You can say shit. You can say shit.
You
fuck,
can say fuck.
balls,
You can say fuck your mother.
taint. You can say all kinds of cool stuff on
Yeah.
our show. We don't care.
Oh my.
As long as it's not political, I don't give a shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh
He
yeah.
called me a cunt the other day on the show. So there you go.
I said it lovingly. I love you, cunt.
How can cunt be loving?
I have August 15th in my calendar for Corpus. Is that a good date? Do you think?
August 15th.
August 15th.
Hold, please.
August 15th. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll make it happen. I'll make sure everybody here. That's a Sunday.
I'm off.
Nay. I wanted to come to the bike wash, but I don't know, where does that stand?
It got delayed.
It got delayed. It's in September now. So
but I'm off the August 14th, August
14th or 15th
so that works
would
with me.
be whenever that whole weekend, anytime would be rad.
Perfect.
Still 50 seats with your local Porpoise group. Let's make. I'll stack it up tomorrow.
Sounds perfect.
So how many seats? It broke out for just
50.
50?
Oh, 50, yeah.
Okay.
So y'all hear it here first, an exclusive.
So yeah, if you are a veteran or active military family of the aforementioned folk, show up. Do you have a location yet for it?
But I will have one first thing in the morning.
Perfect. So y'all keep an eye out for our podcast group here on Facebook.
Yep.
And we
Southpaw's
will
Toast to the
have
Barstool is the only place to get this
as
good.
soon as we got the deets, we'll give you the deets. And JD and I have already discussed it. We are going to try to get all prommed out. For
Oh
the
yeah,
event.
we're gonna act like it's a premiere. We're making a premiere in Corpus. We're gonna dress
Hell
like to the
yeah.
nines. Just
We're
why
gonna
the fuck not?
We're gonna get a brown carpet because we can't afford the red one.
We're getting a Walmart throw rug. Fuck your red carpet. We're getting a throw rug.
This big, and it's gonna cost me $20. So y'all
No,
enjoy it.
it's more like the rug that goes in front of your sink when you're washing dishes. But we're gonna make it work.
With some speared bill, wow. Hold on.
Reset.
Some what? Some spearmint.
Oh, you totally cut out. We could not hear it, and you said it right. I guess.
Be quiet and then let him.
I have a weird shaped right ear. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly now.
What did you say?
It's so weird. I have 1 second.
Refills. Bartender.
With some spilled beer.
Oh yeah, gotta have spilled beer.
Yeah. We can just spill beer and have them walk on that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not in my house because I don't want to clean that shit up.
Look, I'm fancy as balls.
That looks
wait,
weird.
So what? So, Kat, what are you drinking right now?
JD, I asked JD for a refill, and he handed me a Shiner Bock.
It's a beer.
It's a beer.
I don't.
Okay.
After the initial mixing, I don't like mixing during the show. It just throws everything off, and it's loud
It's
as
the
fuck.
sounds.
And
Then we had to mute it. And
so we'll always have one at the beginning, and then we'll just switch to beer just because it's simpler.
Oh, I
Easier.
got you. Okay.
And I'm fucking lazy.
wait. What is Mark talking about? He said, "Wear your scrubs, Cat."
That's what you were talking about. Where you had to put on your face and shit.
Oh, right. Yeah, I distract myself with my own boobs and scrubs too, Mark. So
She distracts me with her boobs as well.
it's hard to drive with shirts.
So
like
obviously none of us can fucking talk right now. We're all having problems.
this.
Oh my god! Oh, I just realized there's a whole bunch of people here.
Yeah. That's our
Oh my God.
group. Those are our people.
So
Say
yeah.
hello.
So wait. So
Lindsay-
who is Mark? So oh my god. So who is Mark Ramsey?
Mark
Mark
Ramsey
Ramsey.
is a family friend. He's pretty much my brother. I've known him since I was, I don't know, what's knee high to a grasshopper.
He lives in San Antonio, Texas.
He was friends of my aunt and uncle. My brother, my older brother, was like 9 years older than me,
And Mark,
my parents.
you can.
But now
stay
that
with
I'm an
us.
adult, I've been brought into the friendship, and it's not just like,
And Mark, you can stay with us, and you can go watch Narco Subs with us.
yeah, absolutely. But he was Navy and then went to Air Force and just recently retired. Air Force National Air National
Finally
Guard.
got some facial hair
Or
and
no,
became a man.
reservist. I'm sorry, reservist. Finally retired. But now he can grow his beard out and all that cool shit.
I like beards. Oh my gosh! So JD and I,
Frank was
while
asked.
we were,
go ahead.
while we were watching the Narco Subs trailer, JD and I were like, "Oh my freaking gosh, we would kill to have Robert Losardo on here. And JD goes, what did you say? You want him for something? And I was like, I want him for anything.
Yeah, I said I would love to have him on the show, and you said I would love to have him.
I'd say I'd love to have him on anything.
She's got the hots for Losardo.
I think he's a good-looking man.
No, I mean, I don't know what good-looking men look like.
Liar.
No,
Liar.
True. But so we were trying to get one of our marketing people. They had this publication called Texas Inc. INK, and I'm like, oh my god, this would be so cool. We get all the cast and your distributor on here with all of our hardcore badass ink, and they're like, yeah, we like that idea. We'll get Tom and we'll get Robert on. I'm like, and your distributor, but they didn't have I have a keyhole with teeth, by the way. A keyhole with teeth. Where'd that come from? And there you go.
Got it. Yeah, Tom's pretty. Tom's a pretty man too. Gotta say.
What's crazy is Tom. He's got his master's in geology or some shit like that.
That's what's crazy. That means he's successful
I used to work
having a movie career. He is successful.
No, my first job in the oil fields was working directly for the geologists.
That's true.
I was on site looking at the cuttings, the shit that they drilled. I was looking at it under a microscope, mixing it with different.
I just got tahina down my top.
Down there. Where is it?
Down there.
It's right down there. No, I my first job in the oil fields was sitting there on a trailer on location when they were drilling, looking at shit under a microscope, mixing chemicals with it, identifying it, logging it, and sending it off to geologists and dealing with those assholes. But not you, Tom.
Not Tom.
Tom, you're great.
You're badass,
Tom is really cool. And on behalf of the rest of the world who depends on what you did, JD, it's really important that so many people, like in the movie side, nobody really fully understands how many people go into making this industry work. But we were driving back from El Paso to Houston 2 weeks ago with Matthew Chinchosi, and he was okay. So I watched that reality show called Black Gold, and I'm sure that
was so horrible.
I'm sure it was just like a homoerotic kind of a love fest, but
yeah,
you can. All right,
you broke Cat.
I've never heard anyone explain Black Gold like a homoerotic sex fest.
You broke her.
It's funny how we have our own reactions,
Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Oh my
Sorry.
god.
We're not back on the tracks, but let's get back in the car.
No.
Black Gold.
I'm on homoerotic sex fest. I don't want to get away from that.
Take a breath.
Oh my god.
There are some hotels in West Hollywood where that plays 24/7. Anyway, so, but I would have, again, was it real?
Sorry.
And then at 50, you think to yourself, yeah, I could do that. And then you think, yeah, no, that's not going to happen. That ship has sailed. But people don't realize just how much hard work, how much commitment, and how many people go in to make sure that we can put the nozzle into our gas tank,
right?
Put our card in, and something comes out so we can get where we got to go. And
so I had this moment at work. I work in the NICU with babies.
Yep.
I go to deliveries day in and day out. I had a coworker who didn't mean anything by it say, "Oh, the dad's not here. Well, he's driving in from," and they said he's driving in from New Mexico. She's like, "I would kill my husband if he wasn't there for my baby's deliveries." And I was like, time out. My husband worked oil fields for 13 years. He didn't make it home in time for our second son. I don't hold it against him. In fact, I teach my kids that he is away from our family to support us in doing the right thing for our family. So people who have never had that life don't understand that life. He was gone 90% of the time. And people are so quick to judge, and it's like, dude, he's supporting his family the best he knows.
You know what
how.
the worst
Like,
part about the oil
on, be
fields
nice.
is you work literally 90 to 120 hours a week, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 weeks straight.
Yeah.
And then you come home and you get a really nice vehicle and you go on all these like badass mini vacations, and
Guess he's only home for 5 to 7 days, and then he's gone.
And then
3
everybody's
months.
like, "Oh, you're so lucky. You're so lucky to do
Right?
that. You're
You're
so
so
lucky to
lucky."
have that." No,
I busted my ass for that.
No, I sacrificed my health and my time for my family for that shit,
Yeah.
and which is why
People still
I made
say
the
that
Great
to
Escape
us.
and I got away
Oh,
from
look
it.
at this house you have. You're
You're
so
lucky to have it. No,
No.
You worked for it.
Exactly.
worked my ass off, and she's worked her ass off, and
Yeah.
we've earned everything we had, and
Thanks.
we're not as
Thanks, COVID. I've worked my happy little ass off this year.
and you know, we have a lot of nice things, but we work our ass off, and it's not, we're not rich by any stretch of the
I
imagination.
have to change the subject just very briefly because that's who I am, and I'm ADD. So I work today. Everyone knows this. I got on the elevator with a patient's husband. We go down from the second floor to the first floor. And the elevator opens up and I'm like, "Oh, go ahead." He goes, No, you go. And he said it in a way that was like, "All right, thank you." I get out the elevator. I catch a glimpse of myself in the mirror. I'd put my mask back on before heading out the door before I got to the elevator. My hair was every which way but sunny. This guy's probably, and I'm carrying a suitcase. The guy's like, "She's a fucking terrorist," or "This bitch hasn't slept in 7 days," or like I look like a crazy person.
Oh
and
my
I was like,
gosh.
that poor man is probably going home like, "I barely survived." Like, poor guy. I felt bad for him. So that was my terrorist story.
Okay, so
I had a very similar thing. This is probably 2000. This is like a 2-part story. So hang on.
Ooh,
Just
fun.
1 second. 1, 2, 1, 2. So I had the privilege of working at Universal Studios for many years. And I was in a building that was named after the company's founder, Carl Laemmle. And so one day I'm taking the elevator from our 7th floor to the 8th. We were in an 8-story building where the first 6 floors were parking, and then 7 was our floor. It was security, so you had to have a badge, and then there was the 8th floor. So the elevator doors open, and Zac Efron from
Shut the fuck up.
Zac Efron starts to step out, and I said, and he had the most amazing blue eyes. I said,
Oh my God.
I said, "I think you need the 8th floor." He's like, "Oh yeah. So we get in the elevator and we go up 1 floor, and we both go to walk out of the elevator at the same time. And I'm like, no, you go first. He said, "No, you go first." I said, "No, you go first." And it was so awkward. And I emailed Erica. I said, "So when Zac Efron finally meets me at an event, he's going to say, 'Oh, you're that weird guy from Universal.'" So
Who's
the awkward elevator guy.
him? No,
the elevator guy, yeah.
like you know whale,
You go first.
like you speak
Yeah.
whale.
So about a year goes by, and so on the 7th floor, we had these very long white hallways. If you ever saw the movie You, Me, and Dupree, our hallway was in the movie You, Me, and Dupree on the south side of the building. And we all got an email: "Don't go out of your office suite today because we're filming some pickup shots for You, Me, and Dupree." So one day I'm walking down the hallway, going to the south lobby for something, and I see this person walking towards me looking. We had posters from all of the Universal Legacy titles on the wall. And he's looking at the posters, and I said, "Yes, and our hallway's very famous. We were in the movie You, Me, and Dupree." And then I realized it's Zac Efron again. I'm like, "Oh shit!" so I said, "Well, have a nice day." And I'm like, "Oh my God, it's Zac Efron." So anyway,
Oh shit!
those are the kind of things that happen when you're in that kind of place. And
Just day to day with Zac Efron, no big deal.
and so
I can name drop. So
last time I saw Zac Efron, he was at the Bank of America at Sunset and Vine with the guy whose brother was in that movie with The Thing. I don't know. But
What?
they had a nice Land Rover, and
it wasn't one of the Francos, was it?
Yes. Not the older one.
The younger one,
award.
Daniel Franco.
There's Dave and James Franco.
James Franco.
So Dave is the younger one. So there's this SUV parked in the red zone, and I'm like, wow, that looks like Dave Franco. And then literally, Zac Efron comes walking from the ATM with his baseball cap and his sunglasses, like, oh my God, that looks just like the guy from the elevator at Universal.
Maybe you're famous to him.
Oh my God, that'd be nuts, wouldn't it? That he's thinking,
you're the elevator guy.
Elevator guy.
You will always.
You're famous to Zac Efron. You're famous to famous people.
He's sitting there at the restaurant with the water sommelier, drinking his fucking fancy water, talking about the guy that he knows.
But now I need to know: is that the most awkward celebrity moment you've ever had?
I've had a few that I can't remember them all. But I did have the privilege of working on a movie called Army of Darkness. I don't know if you saw it.
Oh my God, yes. We love Army of Darkness.
Okay.
So
I'm not gay, but I want to blow you now.
So this is what's left. So come on, bud.
It's not enough.
No, that's like my top 3 favorite movies. Like, no shit. Like,
it is.
Have mezcal too.
It is. We went to what was it?
We went and saw the Evil Dead musical in Vegas. That was our highlight. We won like $5,000.
Yeah.
And fuck the money. Going to that show was the highlight of our show. Of our entire trip.
We went on a helicopter ride. We got a spa day with all that extra money. We even went and got steak dinner at some fancy fucking steak restaurant. And the highlight of our trip was that Evil Dead musical. It was amazing.
His Army of Darkness is I mean, it's a movie of one-liners. It's funny. Yeah.
Oh, so anyway, you were working on Army of Darkness
as you were before I geeked out.
Yes.
So if you go back and rewatch, or you can even see me in the trailer. There's the opening shot in the trailer where you see Ash's boot and then King Henry the Red's, and that's me as the camera comes up with my little thinning hair in the back. That's me, and I constantly referred to it as the Bruce Campbell School of Melodrama, where everything with Bruce was like
groovy.
This is my boomstick. I'm like, you need to dial that down a little bit. It was so much. So
no, it was perfect.
so if you rewatch Army of Darkness, that first 20 minutes, you will see me as prisoner number 3, where there's a scene where prisoner number 4 gets thrown into the demon pit, and the geyser of blood comes out, and then Ash gets thrown in. So Will he was old. He was probably in his 60s. So he's probably watching down right now saying, Bovee, tell that story well. But so Will, literally they had a stunt double that they would throw into the thing and then the blood would come up. But we had to do the scene where we rode off on the horse. And the night before we shot the sequence, the assistant director says, you can ride a horse, can't you? And I'm like, no, don't think so. And he said, well, come in early and work with the Wrangler. So I get in. So I had a beard, a glued on beard, and like this. So whenever they would call pictures up, this woman, I don't know where she was. I would have people guard me because she'd sneak up and she'd squirt this crap in my ear to run down my cheek because I had to look like I had been in this battle. So she would sneak up and she'd squirt this thing in my ear. Literally one night I had to stop and get gas on the way home, and the guy at the gas station in Acton goes, what's wrong with you? I was like, oh, this is just makeup for a movie. I'm sorry. So I go in, I ride the horse. It's like 4 hours. Rudy, this little French guy named Rudy, he was the Wrangler. He's like, no, like you're riding, like you're making love to a lady. And I'm like, I got no idea what you're talking about. Maybe a better analogy. I don't know. So we do this thing.
I need another one. Give me more.
Yeah, like a truck stop in Havana. I got so literally they come up to me and said, look, we need your wardrobe, and we're gonna take your prosthetics and give them to a stunt guy so they can ride off. So literally they do that sequence, we reset the shot, it's getting late in the day, and Sam Raimi comes over, he puts his arm over my shoulder, he walks me away from the rest of the cast. He says, I know you didn't do so well on the horse today, so what I want to do is I want to give you a chance to get on the horse and just ride like a little bit, but we don't have the time to reset. Can you just get on the horse and just ride a little bit? I'm like, yeah, sure. So if you watch Army of Darkness, you will see me getting on the horse, take one, and not getting on very well. Then you'll see me getting on the horse with all the background people going, what the fuck are you doing? Because it was just one of those things that we weren't supposed to be doing it, but we were still doing it. So you'll see everybody looking at each other, and that's what's going on. But and just like I say, the first 20 minutes when we ride off on the horse at the end of reel one, and he says, sword boy, that's when I'm done. And Michael Kenny got his SAG card from doing this. Ooh, that's it. The guy that gets shot in the back with his that's shot with a spear. Oh, so basically they had all of us stand shoulders like right next to each other. They had the camera on dolly tracks with literally a spear on 2 filaments hanging in front of the camera lens, and just run down the camera dolly tracks, and then that was it. And that was it. It was amazing to work on Army of Darkness because there were so many camera things that happened in that show that were okay. So if you watch the director's cut of Army of Darkness, there's a sequence. It's like a long shot of all of us prisoners walking into the castle. That was not in the theatrical release, but we literally shot it 2 years after they wrapped principal photography, and literally they all said, yeah, we're going to shoot this one more scene. So we go out to the set in Acton, and basically I had my beard glued back on and all the
they called back the same extras for that scene, or some of them at least.
Yes. So Michael Kinney was still available. I think Will was probably, I don't know, but Will wasn't there. The guy who was prisoner number 4, he had such an ego, and if you're watching, I'm sorry, but you really had a giant ego.
He's not one of those 2 people watching.
Fuck you, prisoner number 4.
He's not one of those 2 people watching. We're fine.
But I got to tell you, Michael Kinney, he had this beautiful long red hair. We stayed in touch for years. So basically, we shot this. It was called Intravision back in the day before we had digital, that whole green screen thing. And basically, we went out. They had the camera, and it looks like we're walking into this amazing fortress, but it's basically the original shot with this special effect camera. And it was just so amazing because we literally walked maybe 2 feet, and they said, cut, that's a wrap. And that was it. I had heavy metal shackles on my ankles. Everybody else had boots, but I had sandals. So by the end of the day, my ankles were raw.
Oh my.
That wasn't the only thing.
Sandy desert. Yep. Enough said.
Yep.
Oh,
yeah.
Little chafing going on.
And there was definite chafing going on. Yeah. Between that and the makeup with the blood that I stopped off.
You're like, I need new shoes and gold bond. Stat.
Something. I would have been happy with talcum, but anyway. So, but Army of Darkness was
Johnson and Johnson up in this bitch.
Yeah.
So Kat and I are gonna have to pick your brain, not on the show, because Halloween is our Super Bowl, and Mark, the one who's made a bunch of comments, he's one of our actors every year, and I use the term actor like I'm not an actor, but I act in our thing, like basically.
I'm trying to get us registered as a national haunt. It's just there's certain rules you have to abide by.
Last year was the first year we technically qualified as a haunt, but
we're not registered yet.
But yeah, we got to get some documentation, some pictures, photographs, shit like that. But I need to pick your brain as far as how to make certain
practical
things,
effects.
where to find
Do you know
certain
how to make
things.
practical effects?
because
Sure.
just because you've been there, you can probably steer us in the right direction for a lot of cool shit.
So at KNP, they were like kind of an innovative. I think it was called KNP, and they did all the. Literally, there was a truck with all these kind of puppets that would have like one guy who was like the skeleton that would have like 3 or 4 skeletons on each side.
Yeah.
It was a
great idea.
It was amazing to work with Sam Raimi because he was young, he was excited. Dino De Laurentiis had financed the movie, and everybody, like I say, I think we 4 prisoners were technically day players, but we worked for background rate. But they gave us a nice trailer. We had all the amenities, so it was kind of cool. And I don't think anybody would have worked as hard as everybody did on Army of Darkness if it wasn't Sam Raimi, because he was just so much fun. The set was fun. It was an amazing. I had pictures
I'm
somewhere.
like, what is Sam Raimi sound familiar?
I think Sam Raimi, his whole thing, it is a lot of his movies are considered B movies in his tenure.
Sure.
But everything that he's done,
well,
almost everything he's done has become a cult classic in one fashion or another.
Sure.
The practical effects that he's created on a shoestring budget has completely changed horror the way we know it.
He did Xena Warrior Princess. That
He's
is my
done-
sex
correct.
life.
Yeah, he's done so much shit, and as you know,
I don't know,
and
he did some
starting with
Spider-Man
Bruce
movies.
Campbell with Evil Dead, the very first one,
Yep.
and then coming back and redoing the second one as more of a comedy, and then, but the practical effects that they did, you know, have become staples in other movies moving forward as far as how it was done. Which I think is really
he did
cool.
Don't Breathe. I'm all looking him up now. Sorry.
No, and Drag Me to Hell was a great
Yeah.
Universal release.
And then The Grudge. He did a lot.
And it's funny that Sam can bring into a horror genre something that is humorous, and that was the thing
He
on
did-
Army of Darkness.
Stop. He did Time Cop with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Hey, everybody fucks up, all right?
Oh, no. If I ever meet him, that's what I'm bringing up. Just like if I meet Jake Gyllenhaal, you will forever be Bubble Boy, asshole.
$500.
Sorry. I like to bring up random things if I ever meet actors because someone has to keep them in their place, and I think it's my job.
It's a good job.
Just like I keep JD where he belongs. I think it's my job to keep
On top.
everyone where they belong.
On top. Okay.
Yeah, you keep me where I belong. I put you in your place. It works out.
No, I bring you down a peg or two where you belong.
I just make sure the bruises
That's
are
how
where
it
people can
works.
see.
So I noticed there's just one light. Oh, hold on. One light on over there. Is there a significance to the one light?
Oh, on the on our background?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just a free royalty free image that I use as our
Yeah,
background.
that's not ours.
Yeah,
Right, here.
it kind of it reminds me of some of the hustler bars in Hollywood back in the day.
Oh, stand by. I'm gonna take both of us off the screen real quick. Hold on. You'll see the full background, which I don't think anybody on the show has ever seen.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just the background of, and it's also the Facebook cover page and
you're welcome,
logo.
viewers, that we are giving you the background tour. Of
So
our-
y'all are getting a lot of the behind the scenes shit because there's all kinds of secrets going on here.
Because it's all fake. Everybody's
It's all a
fucking fake.
clever ruse.
You think these breasts are real? No, they are.
They
Damn
are.
it. They're tiny. I'm wearing a push-up bra.
I seen them. They're real.
They're little. They used to be so big, and then I lost all that weight, and then my boobs went away.
But you're still hot, so that's all that matters. But
And then the
we
next
are
year-
going to do something where you specifically said the number 76. We are currently coming to that number 76. We're going to be wrapping everything up at 76 minutes, which is a multiple of 13.
13.
But we want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank everybody for downloading, streaming,
Marcus,
whatever
we're
this
gonna have
is.
to have you back on the show.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have you on the show again later on. We'll be in
Lots more
touch.
to talk about with you.
Don't go anywhere. We're going to shut everything off. We're going to have the post. Everybody, thank you for coming on. Thank you, Knucklehead Media, for getting ready to dump all this onto Apple Podcasts.
You're going to make
Google.
us legitimate, and we appreciate you.
Yeah. Thanks for making our shit show a little less of a shit show.
Yeah.
Um,
It makes it a very organized, post-produced shit show.
Yep. Tune in next week. I cannot remember who we have, but we have people lined up for next week. I promise you.
He doesn't tell me. I didn't even know who was on tonight until he posted on Facebook.
Don't blame it on me. Blame it on the tequila. So, but yeah, if you're out driving, make sure that you sober up before you drive home. Make sure that you get an Uber or something like that, or you just crash out wherever you're at. I mean, fuck it. Can't be worse than running into a fucking hole.
You might
Be
enjoy
safe.
the sex that you get from wherever you're at right now.
4945 Carmen Court. Woo!
Oh,
All right.
well,
Well, we'll see all you guys later. Y'all have a great night. Be safe. Love you all. Goodbye.
Good night, everybody.